Welcome to today's episode of Social Talk with Ebonyi People TV. And today we are going to be discussing a very crucial and important matter, which is effects of social media in our society today. With me here are two very important, elegant, beautiful and intelligent young ladies. And we're going to be doing justice to the effects of social media. I am Jennifer, your host to the most. We are going to be meeting our guests. So, Ma, can we meet you?
Hello viewers, my name is Blessing Iliojo Adamu and I'm from Kogi State, Olamaboro. I'm Igaland to be precise. I'm a student of Ebonyi State University. I'm studying law. I'm in 300 level. I'm a video creator at Digital Creators Hub. And also, I'm a YouTuber, although not much subscribers yet. I'm still a starter. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome, Miss Blessing. May we meet you, ma'am?
Alright, my name is Judith Oke and I am from Ndiechi Mago community to be precise. So I do a lot of things because I'm quite versatile. First of all, I am the secretary of Impact Energy Limited, and then I am an actress, I content creator, I'm a startup YouTuber, I'm a makeup artist too. People call me the Lioness, and I am generally an entrepreneur. I do a lot more, but let's stop right here.
Oh, you're welcome. So today is going to be a really hard one because we are having the Lioness herself working show and Miss Blessing. So we are going to be hearing from them all they know about social media, the effects, the positive and the negative effects. So Miss Blessing, what do you understand by social media?
Well, I will just begin with social media. There are websites and applications which people use to share information, network among themselves, and as well make money. Like recently, the way people are making money on social media is really impressive. If you go on TikTok, people create their videos and before you know it, they start making money from it. On YouTube, you upload your video, then you meet up with the requirement. Imagine any dollars Nigeria. And then that's here. Like influencers on Instagram, like these are like the kind of opportunities that social media has created. So for me, social media is just a platform that bring in people all across the globe for them to connect, interact among themselves, share information, valuable information. Yeah.
So the Lioness.
Yeah, I'm head. Alright. So I understand social media to be a platform where people create and share content. So what is a content creator without social media? It has actually, given us the opportunity that we wouldn't have been able to get, normally on our own. So the aspect of making money is what I enjoy. I've not started making money on social media, but I know that very soon, being a startup, we'll definitely get there.
So goes back to the cat shouting out.
I mean, that's the most important part.
Yeah.
What inspires you to keep pushing as far as that money aspect is ahead of you. So
tell me, how does social media affect humanity?
Well, social media affects humanity. Should we go back to the primitive age? I don't want to say primitive age, but I want to go back to time where the means of communication was really difficult. When our forefathers had to take I don't know how many days
that were using stone and it's wait to make fire. They will have mills. Just they will make your fire and make fire and
you have to trek, this to use beds and all this stuff. So I don't want to go down memory lane. I just to emphasize on the fact that with the advent of social media, communication has now been able to go far and wide. You don't have to travel on camel, horses, or anything. All you just have to do is sit in your room, take your phone, message your loved ones, send the message, and then they reply, and it doesn't matter never. They reply words, and also it has helped in terms of development. Sure, you understand now. Most companies right now, they make use of social media to bring themselves out. You can start up your company here, and most people don't know that your company exists. But with the existence of social media, most people get to know that your brand exists and they patronize you. So that's
Thank you so much. So what do you have to tell us?
Yeah, for me, social media has impacted people both negatively and positively. So while mentioning the positive aspect, we can't forget the negative aspect. So now, for me personally, it has helped me advertise myself to a certain level that's very helpful to myself and people who have been able to reach out to. So it's a means of communication. I mean, imagine me now being able to communicate to someone abroad. So that's one aspect of the development that I am grateful for. It makes communication a lot easier, and I'm able to access information that ordinarily I wouldn't be able to access.
And also see their faces.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if you are not sure about a particular person, you can actually play the video call. I can lie about my profile, right?
Yeah.
I can write anything that I deem fit via just telling you about the face. Exactly. So video call, if you are smart, there's no way somebody will dupe you via video call. So we all know how it goes. Social media has really been help us to harvest talents and, advertise ourselves out there, including, making sales and the rest of it.
Like most celebrities now, they're discovered on social media. They send messages to all these popular record music brand, and before you know it, they just speak them and
they're huge. Exactly. They're making the after you. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Ms. Blessing, what's the negative impact of social media?
If we were to start from the negative impact of social media, I'll have to start with the fact that there's this high expectation that people have, like, about themselves from social media and all of that. Some people, when they go on Instagram and they see the love pictures, for example, DJ Copy, when she posts picture of herself in a pink Ferrari, then you'll be sitting down, be asking your parents, what are you doing? Where your mates were opening? Like this Valentine I just passed now. If we're posted with your love word, in a single Pringles, you cannot remain to God. There's this high expectation that it gives you, and most people tend to, like, should I say, they try to pretend what they know they are not. That's why you see people start to do packaging, they start to pretend, and they know that that's not who they are. So they're just pretending. Then another aspect of social media is the parts where people's privacy is no longer protected. Yes, this aspect where people get through your account, they hack into it, the vital informations that are dear to you.
Yeah.
They get those information, access your bank apps, withdraw your money, do things in your name. And here that they know that it will tarnish your image. So these are like one of the negative aspects of social media.
I think that's for those that wishes to share it.
They hack into your account. I feel like social media, in as much as it has the positive aspects, the negative aspect cannot be overemphasized. Look at this case of Woodwork Akwan and this lady, Umarin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. So she's a job seeker in Akwa Ibom. So should I say during the course of her looking for a job, she met Woodwork on Twitter. So it was on Twitter that they got to talk, and Woodwork, he pretended that he was someone that, that had job available for her. So she, relying on the information that Woodwork gave her, she met him privately. Or I don't know, but I know they met and he raped and murdered her. Honestly, so for what has if they had not met on social media, she wouldn't have died. So she would have met her early deaths if not for social media. Or like
They don't even anyway. I can't even put it out of here. I'm not so this is so spin that.
Alright, it's just the that our later will come to that. So I'm just trying to emphasize the fact that social media, in as much as the positive aspects of it, we cannot neglect the negative aspects. And some people now lack communication with their partners, with their parents. People will be on their phone all day. What are they doing? They're chatting with strangers they don't know. Talk to your family members.
What can you all day of all the things, chat with strangers that you don't talk to your family members? Tell my soul situation.
What in relationships too? You see people, you have your partner, you also with your partner. Why are you operating your phone throughout?
I want to say something regarding that. I believe that it is okay to respect people's way of life, their brand.
Yes, I believe he has a thought like training with your shit.
So people don't have relationship with people because of social media. They're like, I don't know, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to job.
Like, what's that? You prefer to be with strangers?
For example, now you might be in here where you're making hours of. That's not I won't call that introvert. You might be in a room operating your phone. Check on the person in the next room. That person might be sick. That person might be dying.
Right.
And the person might need your help. So all you just do is leave your phone, go and check on the person. But no, because they are all focused on social media and they are distracted. So not like the negative aspects of social media. Then also this blackmailing. Celebrities mostly they face this a lot. For example, someone will just come under their comment and write, this person is this. Do you know this person from anywhere? No, you don't. And most of, especially this cyber bullying, that happen a lot. Like they'll just go under someone's content and just write this. I feel the person being depressed.
What's a bit saying?
Yeah, so social media causes like all this cyber bullying and the rest that is going on.
So thank you so much, Ms. Blesser. I will hear from you. What are the positive effects of social media?
I will be giving certain points. Well, first of all, I'd like to negate a few things that she said.
No, you're doing that. You know, I was coming for you, right?
That's good. So, now this is it. Let's visit the issue of Uduak, right? Being a job seeker. I mean, it's good for us to put this information out there for people to access because it will help the next job seeker not to get into such troubles. The expression for me doesn't answer most of the questions. Are you getting my point? The expression for me doesn't bring forth solutions most of the times. When you calm down and seek things in the right way, I'm not saying it was the wrong way, but now this is it. I don't know, I remember I've watched that video, but I can't remember exactly how it happened. I learned that he gave her a particular address, and then she went there. Even though at some point she was feeling like, oh, okay, this place is deserted, but she still went ahead. The only thing that pushed her at that point, she was feeling that this place is deserted, is her desperation. Are you getting my point? Which was what led to her early death. If you ask me, in this case, it is not social media that led to her early death, but her desperation. And I've explained them to social media that connects them. Connection isn't a bad thing. You know, you're today, it's social media that nourishing media in here. We're not talking about social media.
If social media had not existed,
she didn't have a mess. And that's
probably the most desperate means.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, to me now, I'm giving this to an advice to people watching, to viewers, right? Do not be desperate in most of the cases that you can settle in is like a simpler means. So now, when you get to a point that you're feeling like, I know you have something that tells you things inside of you, there are places you'll be getting to. Your instinct will be telling you, girl, don't go for that. But most of us are so stubborn that we don't listen. So when you get to that point where your instinct is telling you, don't go further, please turn back. Because Udwa got to a point she was feeling like, this place is deserted. It doesn't want like that off. That was it. Yeah, that's it. Hey. So she should have just turned back. Now it is wrong to start blaming the dead. We're saying this for we that are still alive. Access the information and be careful where necessary. Right? So let's get back to the positive aspect of the social media. Social media is a platform that gives information. There are lots of information that you can access through social media. It could be job. So irrespective of the fact that we've had a bad experience, there are also people who have gotten good jobs.
Experience.
Yeah.
And is that worth it?
It was worth it. A lot of people have met their life partners on social media. Yes, and Scam Kenny. It's nothing that I might know what I don't know.
No, I mean, you like, after you've done it, you know, if what happens
to this world at all. Okay, let me ask you something. When you meet people outside, maybe when you go for a wedding, they are most...
Yeah, I think it's getting me inspired life. Once the person is less, getting up to the person at that point, and then guys,
some people use love and all these things, scam people. Okay, they use love on social media. If you need them, gotten you.
Young boys, how do they operate? Okay, not love.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When you get to meet somebody on social media and the person starts asking you out, do you just ask a person without asking to meet with the person?
But do you know their profession?
There are some guys that actually do that without even asking you that they want to meet you. I've had the case that someone abroad got married with someone and they've not seen. He only sent the brother to his house to do the marriage rites.
So now, if something goes wrong in that situation, then funny, you don't blame social media. Blame the person for not using his or her head. Yes, that's they can also say
some people can be very craft. You want to look like they're professional in this thing.
Okay.
They will know how to deceive.
If they're professional deceivers, you should be a professional thinker. I don't understand. There are means of telling if this is safe or not, right?
Okay.
If someone begins to ask you out on social media, it is only okay for you to demand to meet with the person. I can't just accept someone I don't even know them anyway. Then you study people's character. You are not God, you're not ghost. The ghost can see you doing things when you're not seeing them, right? So, but owing to the fact that you're human, it is only right for you to ask for a physical meeting.
And sometimes this is for you to be a lot of lies and all.
And even when let me tell you one good thing. When you begin a conversation with someone on daily basis, you're conversing as friends who are getting to know each other. No matter how pretentious that person is, my sister,
He gets in
if
it.
na me, I will fish you out. Yes.
So that's because maybe you have the techniques or you bring yourself so down to do that. There are some persons that won't even check that, provided the sweet mouth is there. And if the guy now tries, wires them with some cash, it's over.
That is why it is good for us to do things like this and put it out there for people to assess. If they refuse to hear, you blame whatever that comes on them. You're not blaming us that we're not giving enough information out to the people. We're doing our best, right?
Yeah.
But the people who are refusing to take those words are the ones who are to face the consequences. Now, you might have like 7 children and you will have 5 obedient children and then the rest are disobedient. Are you getting my point? So you won't kill yourself because of the remaining 2 that are disobedient. You can only do your best as a mother, but you allow whatever it is that should come to come. Exactly. So you use the remaining 5 too. You understand? So I know I've heard of the test. In fact, let me not say I've heard, because if I say I've heard, it would be like it's only those that have testified on social media. I had a colleague named Sophia. She married a white guy. Until date, she is super grateful. How did she meet the guy? On social media. I don't know if you're getting my point. So she did her right findings. They met. Luckily for her.
How about those who don't know how to do the right findings? What about those that even after doing the right findings, they get to see themselves where they don't like?
Where they don't like. No matter how careful you are, sometimes you just can't be careful enough, right? Some people tend to say whatever would be, would be. But I know how my carefulness has helped me in lots of the situations. For instance, sometimes if you're being kidnapped, you'll be getting signs. Some people don't just come to you and be like, enter this car, enter this car. Some people might actually carry you as a bus driver, and then you enter the bus thinking that you just entered a public transport that will be taking you to your destination, and there are lots of other people in that bus.
You don't know them.
You don't know them. Every single day you breathe is a risk. The oxygen you breathe, you don't know where last comment is. Except so it is only left to you to do certain things to be able to protect yourself. God is the one that protects us, but there are things God can't do for you.
You do the rest.
Yes. He helps you to an extent, you do the rest. If you are in a place where they are fighting and then somebody is coming to help you, like to that point where the person arrives, what have you been doing? Will you allow them to kill you before the person gets there? So you ought to learn to do things for yourself, pending when help gets there. You get now at a restaurant where I went to buy food, so we exchanged contact and then we started talking. I visited Asaba next 2 times for movie shoots, and these movie shoots I stayed for like 1 week before coming back. And this guy kept calling, for us to hang out. I met this guy physically. It wasn't on social media, remember? But I still have to be careful. I don't know him yet. So now he has a car, and most of the times he says, okay, he wants to come and pick me for us to hang out. I told my colleague, anything will go make me enter that guy car.
Yes, you do.
He can lock the car and I won't be able to come out till the destination there. And that is me being careful. So I had to tell this guy that if you want us to go out, there's got to be a bar or a restaurant around this place for us to sit and talk. Because we're still trying to get to know each other. That fish I'm going there to eat, or 1 bottle of Radler, or anything that I will drink, is not what I am. Yes, if we're getting to know each other, we should be able to sit somewhere close to my hotel, so that when we are done, I will easily trek down to. You won't have to carry me with your car to take me back home. I didn't have to tell him all this was what's it is now for years. Because if something happens to me now, they will say Nashal should go to for Asavana. Then she go enter. Nobody will understand that yes, they're genuinely trying to find the relationship. So you have to be careful on your own.
Okay.
Right? So I believe that aspect of harvesting talents on social media is positive enough for us to be grateful for. The aspect where you access useful information on social media, and the aspect you get paid to do the things you know of. Oh my, that is to me the most stress-free kind of job.
I love it. Stress-free. Like,
you don't want to say it's stress-free because yes, you need to put in effort.
It is paid, yeah. There are still efforts that you need for.
Or my sister, compared to you working for someone and then definitely having to meet up to tasks,
That's working physically, and I think you don't compare the both.
you can. So if I am doing it on my own terms, I can choose not to work today. So it's stress-free. Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much, the Lioness. Please, blessing. How do we cope with the negative effects of social media in our society?
Okay, social media, as we all know, can be, distracting. Let me use myself as an example. Like, as a student, this is how I do my thing. Like, bad exam, like, listen this way. When I'm writing it, I stay away from social media. I need full attention. So, when I know that social media is a huge distraction to me, I turn off my notification.
Or some persons are actually this addicted to social media. Another first of all,
the solution I'm bringing out now. So if you are so addicted to social media and you know that you need to get a task done or you need to focus on something, you uninstall the app. See, there are people that I know that they are making money on social media quite okay. But if you know that you're not making money on social media, all you're doing is entertainment. What are you doing there every time? You get? So try to build other habits or hobbies that will be of benefits to you. Then
those other hobbies still on social media or
off social media. Then also this aspect that have to do with people who are being killed and the rest, hacking. Agencies should come on board. Government parastatals should come on board. Hey, you know that Udwak now. Udwak was sentenced to death by hanging. So those are like positive impacts. Like that's the way to curb this negative menace that's not society. The laws should be enforced. When those laws are enforced, other people that want to use the social media for negative things, now they'll be stopped. So that's one of the ways to curb fear.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Can we hear from you, the lioness? How can we encourage positive effects of social media in our society?
Okay, the ways we can encourage the positive aspect of social media is by, first of all, teaching them from a young age on how to handle this. Because I believe that's where the problem usually comes from. The uninformed are mostly gotten from the teenagers to get. So when we teach them from a young age how to handle everything they see on social media, it will help solve the problem. Now, there are some people that put out contents that portray them as bad out there, whereas indoors they are not like that. When you are a content creator, you understand that there is a separation between these two.
You have to diverse.
Exactly. So what you want to put out there might not be the real you. And when people are busy fanning you, oh, I'm your biggest fan and stuff, they copy literally everything you do. So we need to start teaching these young ones how to be able to separate content creation from their real life. Let them understand that what this person is giving you is not what is going exactly in their life. And again, it doesn't mean you should copy that. Do you understand? That's a person
that if they know, because I think some persons to this point, they still believe that everything they are seeing on social media, that's how it is. That's only if they know. So how are they going to be able to know that these things sometimes is not always how it is on social media that we're seeing it?
Okay, I would believe that if we are to look at the negative aspect of social media, everybody will be stopped. We want to stop everybody from going on social media. We can get them informed through social media. You want to allow them to study. One of the days they might get lucky to come across a video that will teach the parents. I know the parents most of the times they're also on social media. So when they come across a video that is saying teach your children how to filter,
also parents that are not on social.
If they are not on social media, now I believe this is not the only place we can have this kind of conversation. I have this kind of conversation with my colleagues at work. I have this kind of conversation with friends and families. You get? Because I want to understand that in you know that you're beautiful. And most of the times you don't have to wait for someone to tell you that you're beautiful. Because if you're constantly waiting for someone to tell you that you're beautiful, exactly, that it you want to kill validate. Yes,
and to kill your self-esteem.
So now, why did I say that? I say that because if you make people aware of who they are, they would not be looking for too much out there. No matter how much you put in something that will either depress you or so, you'll be able to tell yourself, this is not who I should, this is who I am.
So you mean like in other public places offline, like that's the one get like course
these issues with people offline. So you get, we can pass the information to those old women out there, those young girls that are growing that are not even your siblings, young boys that are growing that are not even your siblings. Teach them.
Okay, thank you. What is the effect of social media on you individually? Was it a negative or a positive effect on you?
Okay, for me, I'll see that both positively positively and negatively.
Okay.
So positively, after I finished secondary school, I was seeking for admission to study law. So after I wrote my first jam, I didn't get admission. I wrote the second one, I didn't get admission, and I was the senior professor.
Thanks, we're getting ready to work.
So everything, I was feeling down, I was feeling sad. If I go on social media, I see my friends, my classmates, what's your class, I'm having no picture. I'm like, what's happening? I might have calls or during that period of being sad. This man, Eric Thomas, is a motivational speaker. I went through his videos and man, I'm not on top of the world. I just seen it as like just for that period that I was just experiencing that difficulty. And I already have assurance after watching that video that I'm going to overcome it. So that's like the positive aspect of social media for me. Then I've also met a lot of great people on social media, yes, impacted of me. Then for the negative side, I'll just say is the aspect that sometimes fake and distract me. I'll go on Instagram, I'll watch one video, I think it's only one I want to.
So thank you so much. So do you have anything to tell us? What's the effects on you personally?
Of course, social media has impacted me as a person, and it impacted me in ways as well, negatively and positively. But I like emphasizing on that positive aspect. I mean, owing to the things that I do, I know that I would always need social media. And it has really helped me in advertising myself and the things that I do. That is a good thing for me. That I remember a particular day. It wasn't just a day, I think. That wasn't just a day. It was about 2 days and so the network issue. I couldn't access my social media. I almost went crazy. Like, I don't know what happened. I felt like the world was coming to an end. Everyone was just like blind to me, like I wasn't seeing anything. Yes. I mean, I didn't cry though. Okay. No jokes, I did. But because I felt really bad. So imagine if social media is not in existence, how a lot of people out there will feel. Our businesses would really lag.
We're actually feeling better even before the social media came in.
But then that's time to like now you've gotten it.
Then you can't stay that this week that we've gotten just
then. It makes things easier. You communicating with people abroad without having to spend on recharge card, because you know, as a Nigerian, it is expensive for you to call someone out there. So when you do video calls, it is less expensive. When you do voice calls, it is less expensive. So these are the good ways. I mean, it helped me to reach out to my loved ones without having to spend much. If not for the fact that I've been able to treat my mind off the things I see on social media, it would have really affected me badly. The fact that if you're going to the industry, you feel like light-skinned people are more favored. It looks like if you are not so fair, the camera cannot see you. Hey, it's always like that. I feel like, give yourself a standard and live up to that.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So I would want the both of you to hear with me, which is your most preferred social media? Like, we have a lot of them, but I don't know, it's like
for me, it is Facebook.
Thank you. So can you share with us your handle?
Okay. On Instagram, my Instagram handle is Ili Adamo, and on Facebook is Iliojo, Eneojo Adamo. Thank you, Akini.
Well, on Facebook, I am Judith OK, both my Facebook account and my Facebook page. Then on Instagram is Lioness Judith, and on TikTok is Lioness Judith. On YouTube is Judith OK.
Let's shout out to our viewers at home.
My shout out goes to my mom, my dad, my elder brother, Omigri Amuche. I'm giving a shout out to the rest of my other siblings and my friends, and to Obeye Kingsley. And a special shout out goes to my capable boss, Engineer Wedgie Solomon Chidebere, aka Pakila. So I want to give a special shout out to Ebonyi People TV. They made it possible for me to be here today. And viewers, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment in the comment section.
I want to give a special shout out to my mom and dad. Thank you. Shout out to my friends, Rita, Victoria, and my classmates. And I give shout outs everybody here. Shout out to Ebonyi People TV. Keep watching Ebonyi People TV. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. As you can see, it was not really an easy one, but it was very interesting. I hope you learn a lot from the interactive section with these beautiful ladies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop your comment. I would want to hear your comments under the comment section. I would want to know how social media have impacted in you. both positively and negatively. And don't forget to like, share, and I'll be wanting to see you in our next episode. Thank you. Bye.